Hey everybody, Giggens here. If you're watching this, you know that Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys has passed away at the age of 82. Yesterday that happened. And I just wanted to get on here and share some thoughts and read something that I wrote on Instagram and just kind of talk about my feelings with it. I mean, we all feel the same way, but we all also have different, reactions to grief, and all of our stories are different for how we got into the Beach Boys and what the music means to us. So I think it's important that we all share how we feel. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I just wanted to read something that I wrote because I feel like it summed up kind of what I wanted to say. So apologies if you've read this already, but hang with me if you haven't. So I wrote, if you're reading this post, it means you were lucky enough to share this earth with one of the most gifted, talented, and heartfelt individuals the music world will ever know. Someone who had a unique way of blending chords and vocal harmonies together that burrowed their way magically into the hearts of generations of people longing to ease their pain or celebrate life's riches. Songs about how awkward growing up can be, songs about how hard life can get, and songs about absolute, pure, honest love. For over 60 years, Brian's music has been the soundtrack to our lives, and the memories we have built around it will live forever. We've all got our wonderful stories about discovering this body of work, and each one is important. For me, I'd have no professional music career if I didn't start reviewing Beach Boys albums online. I would have never met Jenny. I would have never made so many great friendships. Our lives would be much harder if we never had Brian's music. We lost an anchor today, a lighthouse to guide us home. His music will outlive all of us, and it should. He will always be remembered as one of the greats. I'm truly deeply going to miss someone I've never met. That's the effect of a genius. Sail on, sailor. Rest in peace, Brian Wilson. In the 24 hours that this has become news, I've received, I want to say, close to 200 messages on Instagram from people all over the world, all walks of life, and just how special Brian's magic was and that it touched all of us. And I mentioned at the end of that letter, I'm going to miss someone I've ever met, and that's the effect of a genius. Brian's work was so grounded in heart and soul that, it didn't matter who you are, when you were. I was born a long, long time after the Beach Boys were popular in America as a hit-making group. I was born way after all of that, so I wasn't there when all this stuff was new, but I've been there, and that's what's important. It doesn't matter when you discover this music, because they're going to be studying this music for the next 1,000 billion years. He's up there with all the best. What Brian and the guys created is extremely special. And the fact that all of us right now have gotten to be on this planet at the same time as the Beach Boys is special. Without doing album reviews on the Beach Boys albums, a bunch of years ago, I would never have any sort of professional career. I would have never worked with all the bands that I work with, or be in documentaries, or help write a coloring book, or be in David Leaf's books. None of the stuff that I do for my job, this would have never been my job, put it that way. And I would have never found my fiance. I would have never found all my amazing friendships that I've made online over the years, people that I talk to on the regular now. It's crazy how much the Beach Boys have brought things together in my life just as much as they have for yours. And, if I never discovered them as a kid through the Chipmunks, and then, have my brother show me the real California Girls on the Endless Summer cassette, and hearing that when I was about 5 for the first time just blew my little mind. And that was it. Something about it clicked. And it's been a lifelong obsession ever since. Getting bullied my entire childhood for loving the Beach Boys, so then all those kids gear up to love them after a while. It's always nice when that works out. We're going to miss Brian. He gave everything, and I'm really happy that the last 30 odd years of his life were happy ones. some of the most productive he ever had. He put out so much music between 2000 and 2015. So many records came out. And at my piano a couple of years after that. But like, he had his family, he had his wife, he was touring, he was having a great time. Like, you know, whenever you see these videos of him hanging around in the studio or on stage jamming, it's like, it just warms your heart. Like, he made it. He got better. He finally found what he was looking for. It's very strange to now live in a world where we don't have Brian Wilson anymore. And the good thing is that as long as his music is appreciated and as long as we're still talking about him, he's always around. You know, memories are what keep people alive because you're keeping that spirit alive. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts, you know, fairly close to the time that he passed. Yesterday was absolutely one of the worst days ever. But now that it's been 24 hours, I have some more clarity. I can try to put my words together a little bit better. But, yeah, Brian, we're going to miss you, man. A lot. You changed music. You changed my life. You know, discovering your band when I was a little kid and making that my entire identity at that time. And that's never changed. What you did for my hard times, my happy times, you made the soundtrack to my life, just like you have with everybody else who's watching this video. Yeah, I can go on for days and days and days, but to sum it up, we're really gonna miss Brian. We're really gonna miss him, and that's that. So Brian, thank you for all the music. Thank you for changing my life, and yeah. All right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you guys want to say about Brian, and we'll have a good discussion down there. Thanks for watching. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. And let's celebrate Brian together. Because he was the man. Simple as that.